Thank you. I stand here as a Latina immigrant who grew up in a community where Jews did not wear their kippah outside because they were scared. And I was told that would never happen here. I stand here as the witness of the devastating terror attack in Argentina, sponsored by Iran, that killed 85 Jews, including my best friend's father, Isaac Huli. And I was told America would never allow terror in its streets. I stand here as the daughter-in-law of Egyptian Jewish refugees who had to flee Egypt and who believed that there would be no anti-Semitism here. I stand here as a graduate of NYU, as a visiting researcher at Wagner, as a religious leader, as a mother, as a Middle Eastern brown Sephardic Jew, as a proud New Yorker, as a proud American. And I stand here to cry out and to rage. What is this? What is this? What is this? How dare terror sympathizers, Hamas supporters come to this great city of New York? How dare students across universities threaten and terrorize Jewish students? How dare academia, the supposed bastion of Enlightenment values, academia, the ivory tower, parrot theories of colonialism and ethnic studies and use them to legitimize the terror, the murder, and the capture of Jews? How dare they? How dare they? Shame on all those people who speak in the supposed values of human rights and who call for a ceasefire and who don't have a single word to say for Israeli hostages and the humanity of Israeli civilians. Shame on all those people who cry out and say, "Believe all women," but whose feminism ends the second that rape victims are Jewish Israelis. Shame on all those people who call Israel a white colonialist state, a settler colonialist state. My people are indigenous to the Middle East. Shame. Shame on all those people who dare vilify the one Jewish state in the world and who are showing their ugly Jew hatred for everybody to see. Shame on all those people who cannot say anti-Semitism, who cannot speak about Jews being victims, who say all life matters when it is our lives that are on the line. Shame on all those people who dare tear down posters of mothers, of grandmothers, of babies. Have they no shame? Have they no shame? Shame on anybody who thinks they can mention a context for murder and for terror against Jews. There is no context in the world that should ever be uttered in light of terror. And do they think that they can keep us quiet? No. Do they not know who we are? No. We are the children of Abraham and Sarah, who stood up alone against an entire pagan world. We are the children of Moses, who stood up to Pharaoh and who taught the world about the meaning of freedom. We are the children of King David, a mighty warrior whose prayers pierced the heavens. We are the children of Queen Esther, who stood alone in the palace, courageous, and brought down Haman. We are the children of the Maccabees, who faced down the might of the Greek Empire with no fear, outnumbered. We are the children of Jewish history, We are the children who know that in every generation they rise up against us to destroy us. And we are the children of a new time in Jewish history. We are the children of the Zionist founders who created a Jewish state to make sure every single Jew has a safe place to go. We are the children of American Jewish leaders who fought for the American dream to be available to everybody. We will not be silent. We will not be afraid. We will not stand back. We will not abandon Israel in its hour of need. The blood of 1,400 of our brothers and sisters cruelly murdered are screaming to us from the ground. We will not be silent while there are more than 200 Israelis held captive by Hamas. We will not back down while our beloved New York, while our university are taken over by students who are promoting terror and legitimizing that. And one thing to note, we know that we do not stand alone. New York City will not stand for this. America will not stand for this. People of good conscience around the world will not stand for this. Because anybody who has any moral clarity knows that terrorist Hamas and their supporters around the world, that they are not just waging a war against Israel. They are not just waging a war against the Jewish people. They are waging a war against American values. They are waging a war against freedom. They are waging a war against decency. They are waging a war against anybody who loves life and who loves humanity. We are a generation. Our generation's souls are being formed right now in fire, and we will stand up tall. We will stand up loud. We will stand up proud and courageous and ready to take this on, and we will win. We will overcome. Am Israel Chai. Thank you. I stand here as a Latina immigrant who grew up